Spent a few years in World Superbike here, and he was right up there, back in business in third. It was 9 long months. Pol Espargaro, world champ. Not a bad morning for Lorenzo Savadori in 15th place with Espargaro and Brad Binder on the second of the...
Yeah, you can see those dark, fierce grey clouds that hover session back, Matt.
He did at the end of that session, that big grin on it.
It certainly mean for a chaotic FP3 tomorrow morning. Is standing by with a man I'm sure is very, very happy with.
You know, pole position and leading the position and second place in the qualifying on Saturday. But yeah, the emotion was very strong. All the we wish we have a special and the results make these teams, you know, for their sponsors incredible happy, and we try to Francesco, thank you for your time and on the podium. So we...
Guidotti, it has been an excellent start, hasn't it, 2021? It's been almost picture perfect for Pramac.
Of seconds off, perhaps their optimum pace. And
but we did see quite a few spots falling, and we saw them over the hills to our right, which we need to be worried about. That's men this morning, down to Jack Miller, recovering from
our season, Matt, particularly after the miserable...
Particularly when you're taking the place of an Italian, they did get a Quartararo quarter-pounder. Apparently not.
At some stage, yeah, you just saw a great shot of Marquez.
Ill-fated, ill-judged return to Jerez 2. In the distance there, over the hills. Beautiful.
Standing up against the likes of Zarco, he knows all about.
Gone straight for the right wrist as well. Takao.
Last year when we came here, Simon Craig are telling
us it's been to 2021 for the Japanese rider. Has been a pretty painful and uncomfortable one.
Both the moment where Nakagami's gone down, then you can see the scuff marks where the
slips seamlessly back into the groove. Did we expect
Luca Marini before? Those two have never raced side.
Figaro brothers, and yes, they are half brothers, but they are still.
So, here is was perhaps hiding a few of his symptoms.
The shoulder had dislocated. It popped straight back in, but that's what just found out the extent of his problems in those two Qatar.
Yeah. Who's got himself up into third. Of course, the Italian rider knows that.
Marc Marquez immediately threatening
into second.
A shot there of Quartararo, that's full commitment and fast start to this session, a 1:41 through. We do know, Steve, is he will not be coming into this weekend lacking confidence. Before halfway through that 2-year contract,
put 31 in July.
And okay, he mentioned this yesterday. Absolutely, yeah, he wasn't beating any slouches back in those Moto2.
And his teammate Oliveira's fourth, Alex
Andre Dovizioso's comments, what a shot, what a shot.
Won the race in November, just getting it circuit here.
But Valentino Rossi's talked numerous times about Zarco. Looks like he might be here to stay in the title fight.
Perhaps just
play Marc Marquez. If there's one circuit that's going to give that recoveries out come the end of this weekend, that's for sure.
And I think this swam down, and he's going to have to push that little bit. Sweet handling chassis.
It's so fast downhill. You're putting a lot.
Impact of the crash will hurt enough, and the burn as goes to P1 with the world champion here on the Suzuki.
Like in Mazzano, the rest of the time, I know I found out something.
Yeah, absolutely right. He did mention this.
Yeah, he had no confidence. He'd lost trust and faith. I can. Bagnaia got a real wallop, I think, at turn 2 or 3.
Yeah, the sun has backed off a bit.
Didn't see the start of it, but any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I didn't see the start for a while, and then let go the brake.
Very much, Simon. Well, our best wishes to Nakagami.
Perhaps didn't manage the rear tyre as well as he'd have hoped for. Despite the fact he was bitterly disappointed with the result last time out.
So, a force, perhaps. The conditions here were very different in November.
You were, mate. You were in your shorts and t-shirts because you're from
17th in this session, and work from him. He's in the top 10 as he still.
That is a jaw-dropping too. A problem with overheating that rear tyre, stressing that rear.
Yeah, caught us out. First of all, thoughts on that?
I mean, the athletes in this class, they were athletes behind the winner. There was not a dramatic problem. It's for KTM. I want to go back there and have a good ride.
I've heard the tyre that I've got to go riders leave. Sorry about the noise, folks.
No, some days it's a little bit more difficult when it's not so good. I'm confident we get it right again, and then we...
Here we are back with one of the most spectacular sights you'll ever wish. 4:44. Ridiculously tight, tenths of a second.
Incredible, isn't it? Moto 6.4 seconds. That was the...
And how strong would he be? Well, we've already had a pretty emphatic answer.
There's a bike just entering pit lane there as well.
Slots in behind Miguel Oliveira.
165 days, I think it's fair to say. You can only
Still will do. This is Marc Marquez that we're talking about. They're just taking top spot. It's been a good day for Alex Rins on that. Oh, come on, Mark, give us a break, will you?
He's moved up to 12th. There's half a second between.
Rider at the moment, Marc Marquez. Alex Marquez in the Frenchman. Not very often we've seen in practice sessions two Suzukis of Mir and Rins, because you cannot feel that in some races Marc Marquez would have already Ducatis and the Yamahas, which are so devastating.
Good for this man. You were right to pick him out, because
yeah, it's not like Ken to be a camping MotoGP to the race winner last time out for Aleix Espargaro.
Overturn 8.
Yeah, and having had what, a good month or
yes, Quartararo goes fast in the that Marc Marquez had his big crash, when they are actually properly going. Little to lose at the moment, Matt, because if he does finish this week,
he didn't really fully understand his capability.
What's on Mark, Simon?
Just something, wanted to start with Bradl's machines. They said Bradl had done a good... The bike for so long was brake markers.
Pained by Aleix Espargaro for Andrea Dovizioso, isn't it? Oh, last year with KTM making such huge strides, but with the cull from last year's RSGP. But the problem still is they're a little bit weak in fifth.
Again, the sun is out, but you can understand why
This.
Espargaro at the moment is in first from Quartararo, Rins.
Also was for rain at about 4 o'clock.
He's got a feel for things. He's clearly very quick, but this
trying to get a place in qualifying and then secure good grip.
Folks, so many of you have been waiting for this morning. They're going to take time to build up speed,
and he'll start to wind the power back on and attack. 7:03, great lap time that then by the Portuguese
in sector 2. So something's happened to Miller, maybe.
Shinichi Sahara-san, he looks on.
So Mir still on course for P1. Marquez
42.85. He absolutely nailed that lap. Miller also on a very good lap, despite a little bit of traffic here in this last sector.
Moment. Here comes the factory Ducati man, though.
Bagnaia is absolutely blitzing. Pecco Bagnaia, surely this is going to be...
Well, everything's coming to him easy. So the factory Ducati
is 9th, and he's nearly a second off.
He's missed his braking. And luckily, the yellow flags then for Aleix Espargaro. Go wrong so easily, just into turn 1.
Yeah, anyone that got a little bit early, then pull harder as you go.
Corner speed through 14 and 15 really coming to the rusty. He just hasn't been able to nail that clean lap at the moment.
Last flying lap also for Jack.
6 flicks that Repsol Honda right.
Oh! Wow, this is the roller coaster. Give me a break. Now then, these guys all... And he goes into 6th. Excellent.
Different breed. You cannot compare them to Mir Tam, is really causing Taka Nakagami some pain. First practice start for Marc Marquez in a long time, and he's
all over the plate, and then the front almost gives way.